What's up guys, Bryson Michael RC here, and Avengers Infinity Wars is coming up very soon. And in my last build video, we mentioned maybe making the Stormbreaker, my son called it a battle axe that Thor has since we've already created the Thor hammer. He mentioned maybe making the Stormbreaker hammer too. Well, since Infinity Wars is coming out at the end of this week, and I'm still working on the Deadshot helmet, and I'm still working on the Red Hood helmet, that I don't really have enough time to work on a Stormbreaker and get it fully done. So I want to show you guys this right now, and I think this turned out amazing. I used a clear PLA filament for this. It's called Solutech. I think it's Solutech. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it or not, but it has 2% infill, so there's hardly any infill in it. And the cool thing about this is when you hold it up to the LEDs, it changes the entire thing's colors. So what I've been debating on doing, and if you guys want to leave a comment, is I'm thinking about leaving this part of the axe, this part and this part clear, and then painting this whole part here. Now this is a full file here, but it's too big for my Anycubic i3 Mega, so I had to just slice it in 1, 2, 3, and 4 areas. So it printed this piece, this piece, this piece, this part of the handle, and this part of the handle. I went into Mesh Mixer and sliced it, and so it's just being held on by super glue right here. And that's another reason why I did 2% infill. It's because eventually I'm gonna break these back apart if I can. The super glue is really good, but it's just not sturdy enough for my liking. It's an axe. You want to swing it, right? And so I think I'm gonna take a drill and kind of clean each end of this out and stick some kind of support in here, and then paint the handle. And what I really want to do is I want to get a little inventive with this thing, and since I'm going to leave these two parts clear, I want to stick an LED up in here somehow. That way Thor does the lightning, slah, and you can push a button and the whole thing lights up blue. I think that would be amazing. Let's see if I could get my lights to turn blue real quick. That blue? Let's what about this blue? That's more of a purple. Let's stick it up in here. See, so you can see through it. It's really cool. I have to stick it way up in there. It goes throughout this entire thing, and if you can see really close, you can kind of see the lines and designs that are inside of the axe head. And then the hammer part of the head, there's little kind of strands and stuff that go in through here. I don't even want to sand this or anything. All I want to do is leave it exactly how it is, paint and sand and stuff the handle, but leave the axe part exactly how it is and stick an LED in there. Because I think with all those little lines and designs, that LED is going to bounce off of every one of those, and it's going to kind of look like lightning strikes going through it or something. Look for that a little bit later on in the series of building 3D cosplay props and such. We're going to be messing with this. I might even make it bigger. I debated on making this just a little bit bigger because it's not life size. You can see it's not really all that big. In fact, it's not really a two-handed X thing. So I want it to be just a little bit bigger. So I might remake it, or at least the handle or something, just a little bit bigger to my liking. You can find the link in the description to this, and this is the prop itself at 100%. So I'm thinking about getting a hold of him, getting a hold of the guy who does this, and seeing if this can be scaled up to about 300 or 400, make it really, really big. Another reason why I kept it at this size is because it's kind of, here's Mjolnir, which is the actual size of Mjolnir, and they're about comparable in size, so whenever I put them up into my shelf and stuff, they're comparable and you can kind of put them together. And I think that's probably what he went off of with this, is comparable to Mjolnir. But anyways, I look forward to seeing this in Infinity Wars. I'm not sure how accurate this is. I've seen the toys and stuff, and it's got vines and leaves and stuff over it. It looks a little bit different. A lot of the designs in Google look way different than this. There's also another design that has a little spike into it and a straight handle. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't think anyone's sure exactly what Stormbreaker is going to look like in the movie Infinity Wars. But I really hope it turns out something like this, because this is a very good looking axe. I'm very happy with how this turned out just straight off the printer, and it gave me some fantastic ideas. I'm so glad that I printed this into that clear, because it gave me some really good ideas to do with this and gave me some really good ideas for some props in the future. Let me show you guys one more thing. Whenever I sliced the back, I tried to get it as close to here as possible, and this bends up. So whenever I plain sliced it, it actually went through the handle part, which was actually good. At first I was like, oh man, I got a little tiny piece that I still have to print. But it actually showed me where to line it up at. Because once you start doing this handle, the way that these things spin around, you can kind of cut it here, but you don't really know where to put it. So I knew to line up right here where that piece is, right with where the front was, and I knew where my handle needed to go. So this Thursday will be the release of the Kylo Ren video, helmet video, then Deathstroke, then Red Hood, and then we'll get to the Mjolnir. So did I say like 3 weeks? It'll probably be like 4 weeks, but I wanted to get this video out now since Infinity Wars is coming out this week. Get you guys pumped up for that. We'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one. My name is Bryson Michael RC. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button if you guys want to see more. If you guys want to see my videos every Thursday that I put out in the building process of props. I'm having so much fun with this. Having so much fun with this as a hobby that I haven't gotten a chance to go back and put some more drone videos out and stuff, but I promise I'll get to it. I'll get to it as soon as I can. And it's starting to be summertime, so I really want to get out there and fly again. I've been debating on getting back into FPV, which some of you guys have told me before that you would like to see me get back out there with FPV because I started getting good at it, which I think I did. I started getting pretty decent at it. So if you guys would like to go back and watch some of my previous videos flying FPV, go ahead and go check those out. I suggest the Acro Sundays. Those were a ton of fun with me and Andre. We went out and flew the FPV drones around and had a load of fun, and I do want to do that again. But I'm having so much with these props. So much fun with these props. My 3D printer's going non-stop. I'm going to be getting a new 3D printer here in the next couple months so I can start making more, because my 3D printer just doesn't go fast enough. I want to print. They got a Hulkbuster. It's a pretty badass Hulkbuster that I'm going to be printing tonight. Right now I'm actually printing a Xenomorph alien that I'm going to show you guys. It's going to be the simplest prop build. It's not really a prop, but it's a bust of the Xenomorph from Aliens, which I freaking love the Aliens. It's going to be the easiest build that I've ever done. I'm going to basically just take the video and show you guys how to wet sand. So all I'm going to do with it is I'm going to sand it down, I'm going to spray paint it, wet sand it, spray paint it, wet sand it, and then it's going to end up being smooth. So it's a pretty cool process, and I'll show you guys how that works. So if you guys want to support this channel, go to Patreon/BrysonMichaelRC and support me on Patreon. It would really help me out to buy filament, maybe some more 3D printers. Also looking into getting some new drones as well. So we'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.